Hey, what's up? Welcome to Space Couch. My magical space controller ran out of batteries or Bluetooth didn't want to recognize it or something, so I'm gonna be doing a little bit of manual operation today. Perhaps it was infected with a virus, but we'll get into that later. Welcome everybody to uh, the cosmic couch. Call the ships to Davenport. Prepare for Divanarchy because we got a great episode all up in here today. First, I want to do a little sponsor spot for the wonderful A Tiger Squawk Records. We have the album Is a Lie from Science Fiction. Isserly's Sad Girl Club 4, Type Trauma's Blunt Force, uh, and Industrial Records versus Tiger Squawk Records. Pick all that up at this wonderful URL you see below you here, tigersquawkrecords.bandcamp.com. Speaking of Tiger Squawk, we got the Joker himself of Demos Logic in the place. Ray is in the house. What's going on, guys? All right, so speaking of Tiger Squawk, we have somebody I'm very excited to talk to because I've known him for a long time, back in the old Midwest, and our lives have gone all over the place since then, and just put out a killer album. We will get into that. Type Trauma's Bobby's in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please welcome my good friend, Beta Virus. What is up, Scott?
How's it going?
Hey, man. It's been a minute. It's been a minute.
It has.
It has been. I don't know if I saw you last in Austin. Austin. We'll get into that. Oh man, so much good stuff. Let's start with Revision Notice because I absolutely love this disc. Can you tell me a little bit about that, like the processes involved, or where you might have been going, or any sort of general uniting themes, or not?
Okay, yeah. So with Revision Notice, that one kind of came about because I had like catastrophic computer failure.
Oh no, I can relate to that.
Yeah, so about half of that disc is salvaged, so that's why it's probably not as produced as it could have been. But yeah, half of it was salvaged from the old computer, and then half of it was my newly discovered love for psytrance.
Wow.
So
cool. Yeah. Is that where the Revision Notice names comes from? Where
it definitely is.
Okay, awesome. Like, I mean, not awesome because you had, God damn it, nothing is worse than like I'm getting PTSD off the bat. Like I just went through this where you're like, all right, the song's almost done, and then your computer goes, nah. Guess what? All that like agonizing over compression of a snare drum or whatever, didn't matter. Didn't matter at all. Let's actually play a little clip of that. I believe we have some of Praxis here. We are going to cut to that now. No, we're not. That's Amon. That's the wrong thing. We'll just do, sometimes up here in space, like you things get messed up, and you fly too close to like an asteroid belt or something, and you just never know what's gonna happen. So that was a pretty good episode, the Daemon one, but we're gonna do something else now. Here we got Beta Virus's Revision Notice and Praxis. There you go. Oh, Brent Showers is here. Just wanted to give a shout out. Everything's fame on that. But no, this is this hot heat. Yes, here. Yes, like you can kind of make an S out of like the two sideways triangles. So, that was a little bit of Beta Virus's Praxis out now at betavirus.bandcamp.com for pay what you want. Um, should you elect to drop some coin for some pretty awesome psytrance. So, you was there any technically? How was this? Because I mean, we'll get into the wild genre shifting you've been doing, but was there anything from like a construction perspective that you thought was different about this album, like gear or VST or anything like that?
Yeah. Well, I used a lot more hardware on this album.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I haven't been much with hardware before. Pretty much in the box mostly. What is it? Liquid Science on there is almost all the Neutron here.
Really? Cool.
Yeah. What else? I don't know.
No, it's all good, man. Like I didn't know you were a hardware guy.
I'm mostly not, but I'm
That's
starting to get
awesome.
into it.
Yeah, no, I've gotten the bug a bit on that too. When it works, it's great. You may blow
exactly.
a whole day, but
yeah. Other than that, a lot of wavetable synths and
okay.
Glitches and making weird druggy sounds.
Awesome. I dig it.
Yeah.
I dig it. So this revision notice we might call like a little bit of an exploration or an evolution. Like, I mean, not only are you sort of creating something out of what you thought was lost, but we're going into new territory with
Exactly.
um, hardware. Is there anything? What might you have found influential for this album in terms of like a musical influence or other influence, a state of mind or emotional state of mind or anything like that?
As far as musical influences, stuff like portion control and
Hmm.
how job and I just tried to do weird sounds,
Hmm.
maybe less like musical than I probably would have before.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to a little more soundscapey, I guess.
Great,
And
great, great, great.
yeah,
That's I like that you mentioned portion control. Your email address for many years was a portion control lyric.
it was.
That's so awesome. Um, it's really great to see you. The
Likewise. And also, thank you for having me on here.
Well, hey, not a problem. Happy to have you on Space Couch. And not only that, Tiger Squawk Records. We got Demos Logic, Science Fiction, and Type Trauma in the chat today. So you're bringing out all the Squawkulons, as well as Damon apparently, whose music we accidentally played. But it's all good. So back in the Mesozoic era, when we first met, Beta Virus was sort of an EBM ish, like agrotech, whatever you want,
Yeah.
kind of project. And then you put out a pretty goddamn dope drum and bass album. Also available, correct me if I'm wrong, at betavirus.bandcamp.com.
Yep.
The name
So
of
pay
that
what you want.
awesome. Please check that out. It's called Filthy Dirty Nasty. And then you banged a left and went psytrance for this new album. What was that progression like? And is there anything behind that, or were you just sort of looking to cover more bases?
So I guess to answer that, to start with, like with every new song I do, I try to do something I haven't done before.
Mm.
Uh, whether it's like, I don't know, starting with a verse or something, or
Mm-hmm.
starting with a weird sound. I don't know. Anyway, so I had done this Prodigy cover when I was back in Milwaukee,
Woo!
and my drummer at the time slash roommate Chris Wenzel, he was like, "Dude, I love the break beats. I want to hear more of that." And I'm like, "I also want to hear more of that." So I started getting into it, and like I wasn't very good at it at first, so I had to like do a lot of learning for that album, and obviously because it took me probably 9 years to put out, um, which was way too many. But anyway, between that, I had moved to Austin, and I made a couple friends who were also doing drum and bass, and they taught me some stuff, and so I got into that. And when I finally released the album, like I didn't want to do any more drum and bass. Like it just like the need for it was here, and then just
Right,
and then
you you've scratched that itch.
yeah.
Pardon the
So
pun.
so so after that, I started work on the next album, and I had gone in kind of a sort of IDM-ish sort of thing,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of like self-generating music or randomized stuff.
Mm.
There's a few tracks of that on Revision Notice, and then, like I said, my computer died, and
Oh, such the worst.
and I moved to Asheville here, and there are a handful of psytrance and IDM bands around here, and
Really?
so yeah, a handful. And so I started listening to their music, and I was like, this is pretty cool. So I started listening to more psytrance, and like I had been listening to Astral Projection since like '99 or something like that,
Hmm.
and they have a few songs that I swear could have been A-pop songs, A-pop Digma Bluebird.
Yes, astral projection would bump up against that every now and then.
Exactly. Yeah. So I started getting into it a lot. So I started, trying to figure out how to make that, and then I just kind of dove headfirst into it.
That's awesome. I'll put this out there. You don't have to, but you could start a cover band called Asheville Projection.
I might.
All right. That's your Tiger Squawk kickback bonus for the decade. I kid. The so well, I mean, we'll go to that. So like you got into it seems to like you draw a lot of influence from area. Um, well, backstory. You and I met in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Correct me if I'm wrong. At Mad Planet.
I believe
Uh,
so. Yeah.
and I think the first thing we talked about was Vanguard. So it's like, I know I'm going to know this guy for a while. So we both come from uh, Milwaukee, or at least satellites of that in Wisconsin. And you can tell I'm from there because I say Wisconsin. And I went to Chicago. You went to Austin. Now
Yep.
you're in Asheville, North Carolina. I'm in Boston, mostly space, but I'm in Boston. And so, what's the psytrance scene like in Nashville there?
Uh, well, mainly one guy that I know of.
Okay, all right.
Well, I should back up. There's a synth club, like synthesizer club,
Oh, nice.
that meets here, which I've never actually been to, but somehow I know like half the members.
Yeah, it
um,
works that way.
yeah. So one of the guys that is like, I don't know, in charge of it, sort of, is his name is, I don't know if it's his name or just project name, Chris Samadi, and he makes pretty badass psytrance,
Okay.
and also like crazy modular beepy bloopy shit.
Oh, nice.
So that's the main one I know around here. Um, but I fucking love it.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's really great. Like I got my record player working again. I've been sort of going through all like the real cheese ball like ATB and stuff like that, and just
Yeah.
like, oh, this is awesome. But the beta virus's revision notice has definitely passed my morning workout test, like just on like a oh, it's so good. Check that out. Also on the industrial versus Tiger Squawk compilation. Uh, you have a song on that? Or no, I don't think you do.
Not
Actually,
me.
sorry.
That
All
was
right,
I think just before I
you had just
got
before.
on.
I was excited to talk about that because I was in your wedding party, officiated by Industrial's Matt Finale. Weird little tie-in. That was a good time. Back in the aforementioned Wisconsin, but you are now a father
I am
of two, right?
two kids. Yep. Got a boy and a
Fantastic.
girl.
Fantastic. And you are not only do you have a cat named Panther, but did you have one of your kids with like your childhood Panther or something like that I saw?
Uh, this guy here.
Oh, you have it! Oh, fantastic! This is awesome. We have Beta Virus's actual Panther.
This
Uh,
isn't the one I had when I was a kid, but
all right, it's
same
good.
thing.
Good enough. We have well, Attrition brought his actual like army guy toy on for me. That's fantastic. Thank you for that. The so as a Panther, well, you have a cat named Panther. So, and I just realized you have a Wonder Woman mug, and I have a Superman one right now. So you know
Nice.
we should start some sort of league. The so if
Tiger Squawk League.
Tiger Squawk Superhero League. We have a Joker too in the chat room. Man, we are DC as hell. That is Demo's logic for you who are maybe listening later on the podcast. Um, so like I bring that up because if you could bodily transform like a beta virus track, like anthropomorphize it into a human character, what might those characters uh, be like? Or if you were to describe, let's do this. If you were to describe beta virus as an existing He-Man character, and
Okay.
then take some songs off a revision notice and make them into new characters, what might all that look like?
Let's see. All right. Fake or no.
I mean, I
uh,
notice you are blue.
probably I would do Nanny Faces maybe
Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. Why
because
did I think of that?
like I said, I like to do new stuff each time.
Yes, perfect answer. Like maybe you started out on the monster and then went to like the human and you're like on the robot now for
Yeah, totally.
awesome, perfect.
So let's see. As far as songs, do you like? Hmm.
Like Liquid Science. With like there was a Liquid Science man, like he would like there wasn't there like one of the Cobra guy, the weird snake guys that would like
Yeah, like push on
squirt?
his head.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Cobra
that guy.
Khan. Yeah, okay. Could squirt some
Yeah,
science at you.
yeah. Some kind of like we call them microbot sort of thing.
Yeah.
Nanobot.
Nano.
Uh,
Yes, good call.
what else? I don't know. Mars Man.
Mars man. Well, like
He Man is like you either add man or to the end, and you pretty much
yes,
got your guys.
very good. Well, you could do Mars or would just be like red, and you know he like there'd be a shelf full of them. Like no one would want to get Marzor because this whole thing was just to be like red. Oh, he'd be the red Super He-Man, right? Like there's
Yes.
there's there's Fakor, the blue one, and then you have Marzor. But like, check it out. So you could have like Chessor, um, but his head would flip. Like some every now and then you would get like a flipping head action figure. Like like one would be like the knight horse head, and then he'd have like a rook head, and then like
Nice.
the round pawn head. Um, Oh, we have Nuclear Sun, Glitchmod's Talkliger in the Kliger in the chat room. All right. Um, so awesome. And if any other humanizations of beta virus songs pop into your mind or mine, just shout them on out. The um, You have played live, obviously, many times. I know you famously. We are both erstwhile members of Caustic. I know you famously smashed a groove box over your head or some shit.
This one here.
Oh, you have it! Oh, awesome!
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. That was
did,
in Austin at the Thunder of the Gods Fest.
oh my God! So you felt the urge to like bash it against your noggin?
I was just, rocking out like,
Oh,
and I did it too hard. I was like,
oh man. Okay. No, I did. I did. I felt the urge to clench up my fist and bash a keyboard fingers, the keyboard like the where you would otherwise play with your fingers. And they're plastic keys, so I smashed them and like covered the stupid thing in blood, which in the moment I thought was awesome, and then realized, oh, you just broke a keyboard, dummy. But
or like the time we were playing the bingo hall and you
oh
were
my
like
God,
played it all
yes.
on the floor.
Oh.
Keyboard stand broke or something, and
Yes,
you
I forgot about that shit. That was like a Lions club in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Like it's like, all right, Caustic with yes, the keys. Sorry, I glitched that. I got too excited. It's like we're like a total Lions club with like the dart board on the fake wood paneling, and like please welcome Caustic, and it's you, me, and Matt. And I go to hit the first note, and the X stand I had just collapses. So it's like, oh, I guess this one's gonna be on the floor now, and thanks for filling in for me on that one, buddy. Uh, uh, and you've done, Beta Virus itself live back in the old Inferno days
yeah.
and the old darkroom days in Chicago. Basically, you close clubs wherever you play. The uh, with
Guilty.
everything with everything you have going on, will we ever see Beta Virus live or anything from Revision Notice?
um, so I don't have any plans as of yet.
Mm-hmm.
I have a handful of things that are like
Mm-hmm.
make it hard to tour or not tour, but play live.
Mm-hmm.
Like the synths I have are all like
Right.
analog mono synths,
Right.
and like and I don't have a lot of time with my kids and stuff. I do want to play live at some point
Mm.
again, but as of the right now foreseeable future, I have
Mm-hmm.
nothing going on at the moment.
Well, you just got an offer for Roanoke, Virginia, from the chat room. Uh, but cool. I know you got a ton going on. How old are your kids now? You document them so well.
They are about to turn 7 and 3.
Get out of here, man. What? Like, it seems like yesterday we were at like Trier or Von Trier, whatever that's called in Milwaukee, that cool like Germany bar in the corner, or
Yeah,
not the tap room, but like that cool one off of Brady that you anyway.
yeah, yeah.
I for,
I used to live across the street from there.
oh nice. Was that Nessun Dorma? Nah, whatever. Um, the awesome. I love it. I love it. So, what uh, did how did you come to the neutron for hardware? Did you just do some searching, or did that come to you through a recommendation?
Uh, so when they announced it, I thought it looked like super badass, like
Mm-hmm.
in terms of specs and
Mm-hmm.
what it could do. And I have wanted to get into modular for a long time.
Mm.
It's semi-modular, of course, but I figured it would be a good like stair step to get into it at some point.
Mm.
um, and I know like Jason Hollis of Endiff was talking it up at some
Mm.
point, and I was like, okay, I'm sold. I'm definitely getting that.
Awesome, man. Hey, what's up to Scilabs Dre in the room? Did you ever see I Dream of Wires?
Yes, I believe I have. Yeah.
It's the modular documentary, but
Yeah. Yeah.
it features John Verbos's brother heavily. So it's
Oh, for
like,
real?
yeah, it's like Mike Verbos, like Milwaukee all over the place. But
I didn't realize they were related.
yeah, no, it's totally him. And so that's pretty cool. I have yet to like I did some tracks on the last Gothsicles album with Carl of Angel Spit, who's like, a modular crack fiend, and he's like, Brian, you got to do it, and I'm like, I don't, like, be smart, don't start, and
Yeah.
I know that was a horrific Australian accent, but it does sound like Carl. The Carl had a horrific Australian accent. But I've gotten into like um, pedals and like analog gear and stuff like that. And uh, software is really wonderful these days, I think. But every now and then you get that sonic like jet engine blast, and you're like,
Yeah.
God damn it, that would take me all day to do in the box. But at least that's my experience anyway. Do you have any sort of hardware, software contributions to that whole goddamn debate?
Uh, Man, I like both.
Right. I
um,
mean, why?
mostly with the software. Are you asking me like?
Yeah, I mean, now that you've sort of like played both ends of the aisle, like, do you have any
Um,
observations?
uh, I will say that software is probably 10,000 times easier to keep straight and
Yeah.
in line, and
Right.
like you don't have to like where the fuck it's just
Yes, physically
load the damn
losing.
DST and it's loaded.
Yes, yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Uh, yeah, you don't have to figure out like, um, did the cat unplug the VST
Yeah.
overnight?
Yeah, step
That,
on your MIDI channel and you spend the whole
right.
day looking like, oh, I could have just MIDI channel.
Yes. I mean, I'll blame it on pets, but like I do it, every time.
Yeah.
But Dre says avoid the modular addiction, get a Zoya. Uh, I don't know what a Zoya is. I'm not that cool. Um, Perhaps you would care to tell us. So, with the sort of uh, wild success, I will say, of revision notice, is next for the mighty beta virus?
So I was really, 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 really hoping to have something today, actually,
Hmm.
but the thing I sent to mastering has got kind of hung up on there. He had
Eh,
some personal problems, so
oh, that'll
it might
happen.
be a little bit before that comes. But yeah, I have about an EP's worth coming of kind of more danceable stuff than a
Oh,
lot of the stuff on revision notice.
I mean,
It's
revision
probably going to,
notice had some dance jams on it. Let's be
yeah,
clear, but like,
yeah, there's a few, yeah, but this will be most all like four on the floor kick stuff,
awesome. I mean, that's what I
a
like.
little more mechanical than psytrance, a
Mm.
little psytrancey than industrial. I don't know what to call it. But yeah, I had hoped to have that out today, but it didn't work out.
Okay.
Funny story. When I was exporting the masters
Yeah.
to send them off to mastering, uh, not the masters, the mixes. Uh, like it was a super thundery day out, and something like lightning struck and shot electricity through my hand, through my
What?
mouse. So fucking lightning struck me while I'm fucking exporting this thing, and
Wow! You're literally struck by lightning. That's it's the plot of The Natural, but for electronic music.
this thing is cursed.
Oh my
But
god!
yeah, yeah. So that's that. And then I
You gotta use that now. You gotta call it like, you know.
I have a camera back here that I recorded, like it was recording while I was
What?
exporting it, and like I just like jumped, fuck shit up.
You gotta sample that or call it like the smell of
I am definitely gonna
nitrogen.
put that in your track.
Oh, awesome! Oh, I love it, dude. That's so good. The
And beyond that, I got 3 or 4 tracks ready for the fall, or whatever that is.
Awesome, 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 awesome. Well, should you want to put them quote unquote out on the illustrious Tiger Squawk Records, you are more than welcome to do so. Uh, you've been a great addition to the force of Tiger Squawkulus. God, I love that you were electrocuted. Like, but sorry, it's going to take me a second to get out, to get over how happy I am for that. Uh, say hi to Star for me.
I
Uh,
will definitely do that.
another.
And I would like also to thank her publicly, because she is the one who designed the cover for Revision
Oh,
Notice.
kick ass! Awesome. I love that. I love that. No,
Yeah.
the my my fiance, who may or may not be in the room, also helped me out did with the
Hi.
cover. Yeah, my friend Scott says hi. The she says hi. The she helped me do the cover of the Gasoline Invertebrate album. So
Nice.
uh, big ups to her. Brant of Damon says, in quotes, "I love that you were electrocuted." Uh,
Me
I
too.
mean, like, there's like friends, and then there's friends that like take on elementals for you, like because that's like the natural order of the world sent an electrical elemental after you to like try to dissuade you from releasing this album because it's just going to open a portal to the beyond. Yeah, I've been reading Dungeons and Dragons books. Sorry, but what have you been enjoying in non-beta virus world? Like any books, TVs, media we should take in? Is it all Pokemon and the Wiggles now that you're a father of two?
It's a very large amount of it, but I really liked the Dark Crystal.
Okay,
What is it? The like
the new
I don't
thing.
want to say prequel
Yes.
series. That was really good.
Yeah, I haven't seen it
I'm
yet. I
about
wanted to. What's that?
huh?
Well, I haven't. I jumped in too quickly to say I haven't seen it yet, but I wanted to rewatch the original. But I will take your word on it that it's good. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say that I'm really bad with like TV stuff.
No, it's
I'm
so
only
good.
halfway through a Game of Thrones right now.
Oh, okay.
So
I was in it, and then I tapped out, and so no judgment free zone here. Uh,
yeah. Um, what else?
I
Yeah, I don't
mean,
know.
that's all good. Like I mean, like in this day and age when there's like every single comic book character has a show. Uh, Finally, Moon Knight. I'm not going to complain about that, but like it's you can't watch it all, especially when you're
Yeah, exactly.
putting out pay what you want albums, which you can get at betavirus.bandcamp.com or linked to at tigersquawkrecords.bandcamp.com. Uh, you've been have you been eyeing the world of remixery at all?
I have.
Oh, great.
I don't have anything current.
Right.
The last thing I did was for Stereo Spread. They're like, I don't know if you know them. They're a synth pop band,
Okay.
basically here in Asheville, about
Nice.
an hour outside. Um, Before that, I don't even know. But I am almost always down to do any if anyone wants to send me
All
some.
right. So look, anybody in the chat room, if you want some sweet side transaction. What is your, just burped into the mic. Sorry if you're listening to this later on the podcast. It's going to be thunderously loud. Um, do you have a philosophy or an approach to remixing, or does like some weird quirk of the song catch you and you hatch on that, or is there any sort of method to your madness?
Um, it really depends on the track. Like
Mm-hmm.
sometimes there'll be something in the track that's like, okay, I need to like exploit that and
Mm.
really dive into that part. Or, sometimes it'll be like, I just want to use the vocals over top of a beta virus track. um,
Understood.
yeah. Uh, but like I said earlier, I always try to do something new. So
Mm.
I just try and
You're always looking to expand. You're Manny
exact,
Faces.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
many things. Yes.
Manny Faces. Like, I mean, we call you Manny Faces ostensibly because you have different facets to your personality. But you and I know it's because you rock that leather singlet and speedo and leather boots like nobody's
Of course.
business. I mean, that's the real reason, everybody. Uh, I. I'm hesitant to ask you this next question because I'm sure you get asked it a lot, but I want to know was the name beta virus just something that sounded cool, or did it come from a particular place?
Um, God, it was a long time ago.
Yeah, no,
It-
yeah, it happens.
so I think if I'm remembering correctly, I was trying to find a new name because I had some stupid ass name before,
Yeah.
and I was talking to my friend Kyle, and he's like, "Well, how about beta virus?" And I'm like, "Okay." So it's pretty much been that. Um, and like some people say, the second album is too many to change your name. So,
Yeah. I mean, that's how I got
so
the gossicle thing. Like, I just started doing music, and the gossicles really was like a placeholder. And then after a few tracks, it was like, well, yeah, it's my thing now. It was funny in college. Uh, when we met at Mad Planet, which I don't even know if that's there anymore. Uh, but
yeah,
well, I mean, you were there, so it's probably closed.
yeah,
Like,
probably.
yeah, it's just
I
closes.
never played Mad Planet, so
No.
maybe it's still there.
Well, there you go. There you go. Yeah, I would see a show there every now and then.
Yeah,
Gosh, I
I think
saw
they're
the
mostly just music, like
mostly
dance
music. I did see the
people.
Crew Shadows there, and they have like
Nice.
20 people. So it was like it's not the biggest venue in the world for those of you that haven't been to Milwaukee's Mad Planet. So it's like it's this circus going on kind of all around you as they try to fit all their like army on stage. It was a pretty good show. Uh, the gosh, Mad Planet. So what brought you to North Carolina, if you don't mind me asking?
Um, so Austin got pretty expensive.
Mm.
So we moved actually to Arkansas to save up some money and figure out where we are going to go next.
Hmm.
And Asheville kept coming up as a cool place, and I was like, check it out. So we came out and visited, and it seemed as cool as everyone was talking. So we moved here, and later on, I realized that Moog is here and
Oh no
Make
shit.
Noise, and so it's definitely got a synth scene. So
Oh,
like,
that's
okay, I'm sold.
amazing. Nuclear Sun says I thought it was a Crux Shadows show. I think they say either. I don't know how that's properly pronounced. We're playing with them in New Jersey at a Sheraton in next year. But yeah, I think. Oh, Space Dog! Oh, come back, Juno, come here. Sorry, you got you. She must like you because the dog doesn't show up on Space Couch often. So you got a rare appearance from Juno the Space Dog, which
Nice.
I owe you from showing me Panther the Panther. Like man, like his name's Skeletor, and he's a skeleton, and then he gets like a giant riding panther. What am I gonna call this giant riding panther? Panther? I will stick with it. It was funny in college. Oh my gosh, it all came around. Like the just just stick with it,
The
and you'll
most
be
half-ass names
yeah, just the
are the
best.
best.
There you go. That's the title of this episode. Names are the best. We should we got to start like if we started like a coffee company, it would be like Beanor or coffee.
Probably not.
Okay, that
Bean
didn't come
Man.
out right. My bad. No, it
Not
would
a good
be
one.
it would be Grindor. No wait, Okay, so we shouldn't start a coffee company, but like you know, uh,
Fior.
too funny. Um, yes. So, uh, how are you finding the pay what you like experience?
I like it. I've never been one to like give two shits about getting money for it, so
Right.
I'm happy to put it out for free 9 times out of 10.
Okay. Awesome. Because
Yeah,
I'm on the verge of completing this gasoline album, and I think I'm gonna do pay what you like. It's interesting. Like it's a little tough on the front end to be
yeah,
like I spent a year and a half working on this. Oh, how do I not charge people $7.50?
exactly.
But then on the back
Especially
end,
if you have to get pay to be mastered or whatever
yeah,
mixed.
all that it's a lot of money. But then I put on my consumer hat, and I see somebody linked to their band on Bandcamp or whatever, and I'm pretty good, but like something in the human psyche about like this costs $5 versus this costs nothing. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
it's $5 isn't even lunch to me, but my brain triggers and is like not free, and but if it's a free album or pay what you want or pay what you
yeah,
can, pay what it deserves.
yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
it
And I have to say that have been a few people that actually, send money for
mhm.
some reason anyway. So I have to say I appreciate anyone who has done that.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Support your local artists
It
and
definitely
and
helps.
and all that. Tal of Glitchmuts is I usually charge the first month and then drop it to pay what you want, so
That's a
they
good
get
idea.
it earlier if they pay. Genius. Sounds like you know what you're doing when it comes to running a record label, sir. We may see glitch mode representation next week. In fact, I'll just say it. We got Cyanotic next
Nice.
week with Sean and a little bit Tal of Nuclear Sun, even though he's requested that it be about Cyanotic. But we may get you two in there, buddy. Um,
I
so
will definitely be watching.
awesome, and thank you so much for your support for this weird like I get to have a quote unquote TV show in 2019. Um, I mean, getting to space was really the hard part, but like I thought as
And
long
then
as I'm
once you're
out,
there, just beam it
yeah, I
back to Earth
mean,
and you're good.
yeah, like what else am I gonna do but interview industrial stars? So
That's what I would do.
that's what any of us would do in space. Um, the you don't need to give it away, but if you could say what the upcoming EP title rhymes with, that would be a great Space Couch exclusive.
Uh, so I'll just tell you it.
Okay.
I am leaning towards calling it Chroma. I haven't
Chroma.
100% decided on that, but that's like probably 80% going to be Chroma.
Fantastic. Look for the Chroma EP, or if you're in Italy, it might be the Roma EP, or if you like spelling things, it might be the Aroma EP. There are two things that rhyme with Chroma, but that's okay. So, and dance tracks. Uh, the vocal world, is that something you might return to, or are you enjoying sort of the vocalless psytrance
Vocals.
aspect?
I actually am dipping my toes back into the vocal
Oh,
world.
no kidding! Awesome.
This Chroma is going to be purely instrumental, but the following one, I for some reason started writing vocals again. I've always been really bad at it, and I'm probably still bad at it.
Stop.
We'll see how it comes.
No, you're good. The Brand suggests Broma as another. That's if you do the real broy version of if you if you come out with a side project called Alpha Virus, your EP has to be Broma, and or Troma. There you go.
Chroma, yes.
Yes, all
Soma,
fucking
Coma.
Soma, Sergeant Kabuki Man, NYPD samples, Sergeant Kabuki Man, Asheville, North Carolina. I played, we played North Carolina, played Raleigh, and that was great. And then we were organizing the Caustic tour with Gothical's Caustic and Prometheus Burning in 2009, and I was like, okay, if there's any place we have to hit, it's Raleigh, North Carolina, just because we had such a wonderful place there, or a wonderful time. And there were more people on stage in Caustic than there were in the audience. And there are 3 people in Caustic at the time.
Sounds like my dark room show.
Oh, yeah, that happens every now and then, but some of those are the best. Like,
okay, that's probably not super true. I know there was a handful of other bands there, but
well, yeah, those. Well, for the listener, there was for a while there was a great run of shows at Chicago's Dark Room, which is no longer there, but they were on Sunday night, which got tricky, and there was somewhere on the order of 16 to 23 bands a night. No, it's not. I mean, that's everybody has been in Caustic, but like those Nuclear Sun says he calls those shows on stage rehearsals. Yeah, that happens.
yeah, pretty much.
That happens. But then you play some really great ones. Does anything stick out in your mind as a particularly good Beta Virus live performance?
My very first one at Reverence 2007, opening for the Gothicals.
Yeah,
that was my favorite. Aside from, I had a technical glitch with my backing tracks, but other than that, it was really fun and really good.
Oh gosh, I forgot about that one. That was fun. Reverence 2007, which might come back. I think it was going to come back and it wasn't. But yeah, the Reverence festivals were quietly the best festival in the Midwest for a long time at the long-running Inferno, which, as we said at the top of the show, is no longer there. But that's okay, because you have your time with it, and you move on, and things evolve, and music evolves, and Beta Virus evolves, and now we have the wonderful revision notice. Was that too much of a that was too much of a smash cut of a segue? I really wanted to go that direction, but available now at betavirus.bandcamp.com. also part of the Tiger Squawk family, which is the record label that we all run. I am gonna pull this flying couch back into the couch station in just a bit. Do you have any closing thoughts about music, electronic music, how you interpret it with beta virus, or music in general that you might want to leave us with?
Excuse me. Let's see. So I guess like I said earlier, I like to do weird stuff. Not I'm sure it doesn't translate as well into the music, but I, my favorite thing about electronic is how stupid weird you can get.
Yes,
Um,
yes.
so that's what really got me into
Hmm.
industrial is like it's fucking weird stuff.
I love it. I love it. You can get so weird. I mean, like
Yes, exactly.
it's you could not only can you get sonically weird or talk to your friend on a couch in space, but like in 2019 world, everyone can hear it. You don't need to like sign
Exactly.
to Geffen Records or some shit. It's all out there, and you can do this in your bedroom or wherever
Or
you may be,
basement.
basement. So we have look for in stores coming soon. Marzor, the red He-Man, uh, Liquid Science, the nano shooting He-Man action figure, and the special beta virus edition of Manny Faces, where one of them has a gigantic beard. And I'm
Can't
gonna.
get it here anymore. It's got to be down here now.
It's all right. It's all right, man. It's you rock it in style.
Thank you.
Uh, it has been amazing to catch up with you, buddy. And let me know if you're ever in Boston or space, but mostly
I will do
mostly
that.
space. All
It's
right.
good to talk to you again.
All right, all right. I will. Yeah, this was really good. A great episode. Okay, so let's see if I do this right, and we're just gonna because I don't have my Bluetooth keyboard working. We are now on the outro screen, but we can talk over that.
Excellent.
Uh, oh, we can add Panther to the industrial pet calendar we came up with on the last
Nice.
episode.
Yeah.
Awesome. That'll be great. That'll be great.
He'll
That'll be
probably
great.
with his tongue.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Look for that at Tiger Squawk Calendars, a division of Tiger Squawk. And oh wait, I thought we were.